So there are two ways that you can go about doing testing in a broad sense, automated testing and manual testing. With manual testing, it essentially means taking the piece of software and trying what you can do with it, seeing what you can do. In the case of a simple function, if you were doing this, you could try simply calling the function with different parameters, different arguments, and checking that it was giving you the results that you were hoping to see coming out of it. If you were testing something a bit more complicated, perhaps a big user interface or something, you could check that when you click on the buttons or fill in the boxes or whatever it is, you get the results that you expect to see. You can even try making sure that when you do unusual and weird things that it's not expecting, that it behaves correctly and doesn't get itself into a mad state. So, for example, clicking the mouse really quickly or putting a number in a space where it expects to find some text, things like that. On the other hand, automated testing means using tools to help you with your tests. So rather than actually just exploring it and trying to do tests yourself, what you do is you write some functions, and those functions each perform a test of your system for you and check that something is working. So with these functions, you have to tell them what function you want to call or what you want to do in your software. You then have to tell them what you expect to see happen when it happens, when the test has been run. So a simple test might say, call this function with this parameter, and I expect to get this result back. And then the test will call that function and check that whether the result it gets back is the same. You can come up with automated testing tools that will allow you to test things like user interfaces, so you can actually check that when a button is pressed, there is an automatic piece of code that checks that the user interface has changed in the way that you expect them to do. There's a role for both manual and automated testing in the development of software. What's nice about automated testing is it can be used for regression tests, which means you can save the tests that you've created and you can use them again and again and again to automatically check that nothing has gone wrong whenever you change your software and make sure that all your tests are still passing.